Hey guys, I'm here to make another video. I haven't made a video in a really long time, so just bear with me. um, so this is just a little story time about my apartment that I live in and this lady that I encountered one day. So I was walking my dog at like mid-afternoon, maybe. I can't exactly remember what time. Um, so I'm walking him and he's on a leash, he's totally being like, we're minding our own business, okay? He's not being loud, he's not jumping, he's not doing anything bad. So I'm walking him, and it's the morning before, actually. I fed him really early in the morning, and he went outside and went poop and stuff. And he only goes to the bathroom like 2 times a day, like poop. He poops after breakfast and he poops after dinner, and then that's usually it. So I didn't really think he'd poop again because it was like it hadn't been dinner time yet and he'd already pooped. So I'm walking him out behind my apartment in the grass, and I walk him around, and then he's like squats down to poop, and I'm like, okay. So he starts pooping like on the grass, like a regular dog, and I'm like, shoot, I don't have a bag because where you live, you have to pick up a bag. So as soon as he's done pooping, like I like take one step to go to these bag stations to get a bag, and this lady she like she's up on the balcony above me, I guess, and she starts like she says, um, she's like, "Hey, aren't you gonna pick that up?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I like looked up to like see where she was at, and I'm like, "Yeah." And like, my exact words to her were, "Yeah, totally. I'm gonna go get a bag." Like I didn't know who she was, so I wasn't gonna be rude to her or anything. I'm like, "Yeah, I just have to go grab a bag." And she's like, "You don't have a bag?" And I'm like, "No." And then I was like, "I'm just gonna go grab a bag." She's like, "You can't just walk away from the poop and get a bag." And I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "I have bags." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks. That'd be really nice." And then she's like, "Not right now." She like totally like switches like her mood, and she gets really really angry. Like she was already like really moody and stuff, and like yelling at me, and then she just turns really like nasty, and she's like, are you kidding me? Like, you need to get a bag right now. And she's like freaking out, like screaming, and I don't even want to scream at you like the way she screamed at me. So then I'm like, okay. So I start walking away to get a bag, and she's like, "I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna report you. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna report you." So then I was like, okay. I mean, I'm getting a bag. Like, I stop and I turn around. And I'm like, I said I'd get a bag. So I walk away and I get a bag. And while I'm walking away, she comes down like her apartment, like I don't even know, like, and she like starts following me, like saying, "It's not cool, man. It's not cool, man." Like that. That's my impression of her. "It's not cool, man." So then I'm like, okay, and but like she was like saying a lot of other stuff that I don't exactly remember because I was like just trying to like get a bag and pick up the poop and just be on my way. So then she starts like following me around like while I'm like walking to get the poop, and she's like, "Oh, I already picked it up. It's fine. It's fine. I already picked it up." And I'm like, okay. But she's still like really angry and like lecturing me. Like she's saying all this stuff like behind me while she's like following me. And I was just like looking at my dog because I was like, listen, like whatever. Um, so yeah, she like freaked out at me. Starts like screaming at me and stuff. Um, I didn't even pick up the poop. Oh, I didn't pick up the poop because she picked it up for me. And she's like, "I can't believe, like, are you seriously going to walk away from the poop?" And I'm like, "I have to get a bag." And she's like, "I already picked it up. It's not cool." Like, and I'm like, okay. But she was like yelling at me. And I went to a bag station to go get it. And she like lectured me, like, um, about how I didn't go to a closer bag station because I didn't know that there was a bag station that close because I usually walk him in the opposite direction, which is why I'd never seen this lady before. So I was like, "Sorry, I didn't know that there was a closer bag station." And she's like, "You're so irresponsible." Let me tell you, I have never met this woman in my life before. Like, I've never seen her. Like, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know where I come from. She doesn't know anything about me. She just saw my dog poop, and she has all this negative stuff to say about me, but I did not say one negative thing to her at all. I was really nice because I was like, I mean, it was kind of like when someone is screaming like at me, especially if I didn't do anything and if I don't know who you are, I'm gonna act really nice and like really kind to you so that you can just calm down. She was so upset by how I walked away to get a bag, um, that I just wanted to make the situation more calm. So I was like trying to talk to her like nicely, like, oh, thank you so much, like for helping me and stuff. Like, I don't know. And then so yeah, she huffed and puffed back up the stairs, I guess, to her apartment. I don't know if she reported me. Like, I really don't know. So like, I emailed my apartment and I'm like, listen, like this lady, I don't know. She said she was gonna report me. So I'm just gonna tell you what happened. So I was like, this is what happened. Is this just acceptable like behavior? I guess I don't know. Like, I didn't do anything, so like, whatever if she reports me. And my apartment was like really nice. They responded like, oh, I'm sorry that you like experienced this, and like they were saying like they were gonna do something about it. They have not done anything about it. I mean, there's not really much to do, I guess, maybe. However, I will say like, um, usually like if there's a noise complaint, like one time, my dog like jumped off the bed and he was like running down the hall. And then the people below us, called in a noise complaint or something, and they like immediately like sent me a letter and said like, just don't make noise and stuff. They haven't done anything to this lady like that, so I don't expect them to really. It was just like crazy just how angry she got, and I just think that we don't need to be that angry to a complete stranger. Like, there must have been something going on like in her life where she was just happy that she could like be like dominant over somebody else and scream at somebody else and try and intimidate and control somebody else. Like, that to her was like made her feel like good inside, I guess. I don't know, like, because it was completely unnecessary, and it was it was a crazy experience. I've never had anyone like follow me around um, before and like yell at me, like legit yell at me. Um, so yeah, I never picked up the poop because she picked it up for me. So I don't know, and maybe she's reported me, maybe not. I don't know. She said repeatedly that she was going to. So I don't know. But yeah, it was like a really crazy experience. Um, yeah, and there's been other things that have happened here, like, yeah. So I'm probably not going to stay in this apartment. The apartment is really really nice, looking, but the people that live here, um, they just, I don't know. I mean, the walls are thin, so maybe they just are upset about that. Like, because I can hear like people walking around, I can hear dogs barking, but like the typical stuff that you would hear if you live in an apartment complex, which is what this is. So I don't know, and I hope that she just can be more happy and stuff, and like, I wouldn't want to feel that negative energy like every single day of my life. Um, and I definitely don't want to like explode at people like how she exploded at me. So maybe there was something going on in her life or going on with her mentally. I'm not really sure, and that's the thing. Like, you don't know like other people's mental like stability. Like, I don't know how stable she was. I don't know. I didn't know anything like that. So when she was like following me around, I was a little bit nervous, just because I didn't know her mental state, and um, I know a lot about people's mental states. So I was like, like, what's going on with her, and can she get help somehow? So yeah, it was just really crazy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this. I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos about like makeup and just my life, my dog, just all kinds of stuff. So I hope that you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.